Australia. This is fantastic technology. I was talking in the back and no one heard me. I was talking about cricket.
Don't talk about cricket.
Don't talk about it?
Not this week. Maybe next week it might be all right.
Well, I won't talk about cricket then. That was all over TV. Like, those guys are real men. I watch a lot of American football, and they couldn't stand a chance against rugby guys.
Yeah, that's right.
And I definitely couldn't. I mean, I've got some muscles here. But, yeah, those are real sports, I guess. So, in any case, my name's Tanner Gibb. Come all the way from Provo, Utah. I work in the corporate offices down there in the $100 million facility room. Well, building, I should say. My room doesn't cost $100 million. That'd be really nice, huh? Have everything to myself. But, yeah, I come representing our entire scientific team. We have over 75 scientists from diverse backgrounds, expertises, and I'm just happy to be here. So today I'm talking to you about ageLOC Wispan and why it's our most advanced anti-aging and youth preservation product that we've ever launched in the history of our company. Okay? ageLOC Wispan is all about this. It's promoting your youth span. Okay? It's the number of years that you can enjoy life being more active, energetic, and healthy. Because when it comes to assets that you protect in this life, isn't your health one of the most important ones?
Yes.
Yeah, I think we can all agree with that. And so what this is talking about, this activity, this energy, this good health, it's all about quality of life. That's what we're going for, improving quality of life with this product. Okay? And so why is it the most advanced anti-aging formula? It's because of these three things, and I'll talk about these three things. Okay? First and foremost, it's about these aging defense mechanisms. I'll define those and talk about what those are and the specific ones with our product. This genetic insight into healthy aging, and then last but not least, this unique blend of ingredients that you just can't get even if you have an extremely healthy diet. Okay? So first of all, let's talk about these aging defense mechanisms. Aging defense mechanisms are natural, innate, normal mechanisms that we have inside of the body that help fight against the aging process and aging aggressors. Okay? And it all begins at the core with gene expression. Okay? We've identified and learned that gene expression can impact these aging defense mechanisms, and then by doing that, it can provide these systemic youth preservation benefits. Because don't you all agree that our bodies are really designed to live young? That's what it's all about, right? Inside of our bodies, we have gene expression, we have these mechanisms, and they're designed to help us stay young, fit, and healthy. But what happens is that with aging, all of us are exposed to various things, right? We have these external aging aggressors, things like pollution, sun, smoke, toxins, stress, anxiety, things that we're exposed to on a day-to-day basis all the time, right? And these things are accelerating aging. And at the same time, we're exposed to things on the inside of our bodies as well, from our genetics, stress, toxins, debris, even our own metabolism and digestion. Every time you breathe, you're aging. So can everyone take a deep breath? You just got older. How do you feel? You just breathed in free radicals, right? In any case, these are things that we're exposed to that are aging us all of the time. And what's so amazing about these things is that they're changing gene expression to negatively impact these aging defense mechanisms, and they're accelerating the aging process. And so the entire point and purpose of this product that we've developed is to positively modulate gene expression here at the core, to positively impact these aging defense mechanisms to support these systemic youth preservation benefits. In other words, we're helping the body do what it was designed to do. It's live young. So at the beginning, at the core, is this modulation of gene expression, and then these are the specific aging defense mechanisms that we're targeting with the product, okay? And I'll talk about each one of these. So it begins with antioxidants, cellular stress, DNA protection and repair, inflammation, tissue regeneration, and metabolism. So these are the 6 key categories that we're targeting, okay? I should clarify, these aging defense mechanisms, they're not genes, they're not youth gene clusters, these are entire mechanisms inside the body that fight against aging. These are things that we have, that literature supports, and our gene data supports, and it's incredible stuff. And so by doing this, we're supporting the entire body, and these mechanisms are working in every single cell that you have in the body. In fact, anyone know how many cells you have in the human body?
Lots.
Lots. That is the right answer. We have lots of cells in the human body. It's estimated that we have about 37 trillion cells. So of those trillions of cells that we have, all of them, well, these true cells in the body, they have genes, and these mechanisms are working in every single one of those cells synergistically. They're working together. They're not independent, isolated mechanisms. And they're providing these design benefits that our bodies are intended to have. And it all begins within the cell, right? In these trillions of cells. And these are the specific things and ways in which these ingredients are working inside of the cell, okay? So first we talk about just reinforcing the body's protection and repair mechanisms, helping to balance a healthy cellular response, positively modulating systemic cytokine responses. By systemic cytokine, we're talking about that cell-to-cell communication, improvements in your immunity and that response inside the body, supporting cellular DNA damage, and then providing a healthy cellular antioxidant protection. So it all begins inside of a cell. But on top of that, right, cells grouped together, they make up tissues. And one of the major tissues that we anticipate seeing benefits is the brain. Now, this is one area where I personally have seen incredible benefits. My intelligence was already super high when I began taking this product, but it's just gone through the roof. And I don't have a big brain either. I mean, have you seen the size of my head? It's not very big. But I know, being serious, I've noticed incredible benefits with cognition, with what I like to call brain freeze or brain fog, where all I do every single day for most of my days at work is read scientific papers. I enjoy it. We could easily put some other tissues, right, a heart tissue or something else like that, but this is just giving you an example of these mechanisms that we have working synergistically inside the body, just as it's working inside the brain to provide these brain health benefits. And it begins with these ingredients that are influencing these mechanisms, and in the end they're providing these brain health benefits. And this is an incredible clinical study In fact, based on the results of this clinical study, after our research team looked at this, we were more interested in pursuing an additional clinical on our own, on our own product on Wispan. That clinical study is actually underway. It's being done at the U of U Brain Institute, looking at some incredible impacts on our product with brain health. But this is a study where it actually compares a placebo, which, do we know what a placebo is?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like a sugar pill. It's a fake pill that doesn't have the actual ingredients, right? You compare that to age-lock ingredients, and you can see where you compare it against the baseline in 8 weeks, you can see a significant difference when you compare the placebo to the age-lock ingredients. In fact, with the placebo, you can see a little bit of a decline in cognition, and when you look at the age-lock ingredient, you can see an improvement in cognition. And this is in healthy older adults, ages 60 to 81. I want to point out that these are healthy adults. I'll go through a few other studies with healthy individuals. A lot of people have told me, well, I'm super healthy, so I don't need to take supplements. On the contrary, even if you are really healthy, there are aspects of age-related decline that can happen in all of us. And in fact, aging occurs all the time. In fact, the day that you're born, when you start to breathe, you begin to age. And so aging is something that happens from the day that we're born. And even if you're very healthy, you can actually improve aspects of your health and improve aspects of aging. So these are the 6 categories of aging defense mechanisms, and hopefully by the end of this presentation, everyone will have all of this information memorized. It's very crucial to your success. Okay, not really. But I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the science supporting these real mechanisms that we have. So first of all, let's talk about antioxidant defense. So one of the prominent theories in aging is called the free radical theory of aging. Have you heard about that before?
Yep.
Yeah? So do we know what free radicals are? Yeah? We should know it with LifePak and antioxidants. So free radicals, they're these unpaired electrons that are highly reactive and damaging. Okay? So they cause damage potentially to things like DNA, proteins, lipids, and other macromolecules inside the body. And what happens is that damage can accelerate aging. And so this is a study looking at an age-lock ingredient in healthy male subjects. And you can see compared to the baseline and placebo, the treatment group is delaying LDL oxidation. Have we heard about LDL before?
Yes.
Yeah, to keep it simple, they call it the bad cholesterol, right? Well, LDL isn't so bad by itself, but when it actually becomes oxidized, that's when it becomes a little bit stickier. And sticky stuff inside of your veins and arteries is not a good thing, right? It can hinder circulation, and it's a risk factor for cardiovascular concerns. So in any case, this is just showing that there's this antioxidant mechanism at work with this product. Detoxification and cellular stress. Detox is very important, right? We're exposed to these toxins and debris and different things that are causing havoc inside of our bodies, and in particular in our liver. And the cellular stress response is important too. All of us are exposed to stress on the outside, but also our cells can be exposed to stress too. And this is an example of a study showing that, well, it's kind of difficult to explain. Collagen in this particular case serves as the stressor, because when collagen is exposed to platelets, they become activated, which is another word for sticky. Yeah? Platelets clot your blood. Have you heard about platelets before?
Yes.
And so when they become activated, that's when they become more sticky, and aggregation is talking about them clumping together, okay? And so it's a factor of cardiovascular health. It's also a response to stress. And so in this study, collagen serves as the stressor, and you can see that this age-lock ingredient is helping to actually improve that stress response by actually inhibiting that process inside the body. It's really, really cool. But just in the end, just know that the cellular stress response is happening, and if you can have a healthy response to stress, then you can age so much better. DNA protection and repair. This is very important. This is another prominent theory in aging. Have we heard about telomeres here?
Yep.
Yes. Telomeres is kind of a trigger word in literature. There's more and more stuff coming out about it. Telomeres are the end caps at the end of these chromosomes. Okay? So we have these pairs of chromosomes inside of our cells, and at the end of it, we have these telomeres. And what happens generally with aging is that these telomeres get shorter and shorter and shorter with aging and every time a cell divides. Okay? And what happens is the shorter they get, the more exposed potentially our DNA is. And DNA is very fragile, it's very sensitive, and it contains this genetic information. And so the shorter it gets, the more exposed that is, and the more accelerated aging can potentially be. And so this is just showing you that these omega-3 fatty acids that are found in Y-span can help with this because omega-3s are helping with this ratio. We've heard about omega-6s versus omega-3s? Yeah? So when you decrease that ratio, you're actually decreasing omega-6s and you're increasing omega-3s. And obviously omega-3 fatty acids can help with that ratio and improve this mechanism, which is so important for aging. Tissue regeneration. This is very, very crucial stuff. Very important for bone remodeling, bone turnover, also very important for brain health. So this is a study looking at BDNF. I'm sure all of you have heard about that before. You probably read it in Google this morning. Okay, that was a joke. So BDNF, this is a neurotrophic factor. Okay, that's just a big term for something inside of your brains that help your neurons or brain cells grow to full maturity. Okay, so if you can actually improve this, you can help your neurons potentially grow to full maturity and not die off prematurely. Okay, if you have brain cells that die, it's not a good thing for your brain health. And so this study is just showing that compared to your baseline, with the treatment with an age-lock ingredient, we can actually improve this. And by doing that, we're not only helping neurons to grow to full maturity, we're also helping with something that's called synaptic plasticity. Yeah? Cool stuff, huh? So synaptic plasticity, that doesn't have to do with how plastic your brain is. That has to do with the connectivity of brain cells inside of your brain. Okay? So when stuff is connecting inside of your brain, that's a good thing for memory, for cognition, for recall, for all aspects of brain health. And so it's also helping in that regard. Mechanisms regulating inflammatory balance. Now this is a very, very crucial mechanism, if not one of the more important ones that we're targeting with age-lock Y-span. So inflammation is a normal process inside the body. It's an inflammatory process. So when you're exposed to some kind of foreign invader, you have inflammation from different immune cells that go to the site of attack to fight it off, right? That's normal, that's healthy, that's good. But what happens is sometimes when it goes haywire or becomes dysregulated, or when we have low-grade chronic levels of inflammation, it can accelerate aging and cause havoc on many parts of the body, including our immune system. Because when you have too much of this chronic low-grade inflammation, it hinders your immune response, potentially, and it also slows recovery. And so balancing inflammation is a crucial thing, and it's something that we're targeting with age-lock Y-span. As you can see in this study, compared to the group that received the placebo, you're looking at all these markers of inflammation. This is high-sensitivity C-reactive protein. Interesting. 200 necrosis factor alpha. This is a transcription factor that upregulates a battery of genes involved in inflammation. And then this ratio of interleukin-6 to interleukin-10. Very, very interesting. These are a class of cytokines, and if you can decrease that ratio, you can improve the inflammatory response. But the only thing I want you to get from this is that these age-lock ingredients can help manage a healthy inflammatory balance. As you can see in this study, they're actually helping to decrease these biomarkers of inflammation. It's really incredible stuff. And then last but not least, this mechanism of regulating metabolism. So our metabolism is very important, okay? Although with this mechanism, I don't want you to think that with taking Y-span, it's going to be a quick fix for weight loss. Some people have thought that. We don't anticipate weight loss with this product, but we do anticipate that this product, through this mechanism, is going to help to fight against that shift in metabolism with aging. Okay? That's what it's all about. And so this is a study looking at triglycerides. To keep those simple, those are kind of like blood fats, right? They're fats that circulate in your bloodstream. And this is just showing you that compared to a placebo, with the supplement age-lock ingredient, we can see a decrease in these triglycerides. That would be an improvement in cardiovascular health, but it's also hinting at this shift in metabolism that can happen through these ingredients. So these are those categories, these 6 key categories of aging defense mechanisms that we're targeting. I know that you have them all memorized now and understand everything about what they mean. But the key thing that I want you to know is that when you think about aging and these theories of aging, it's not enough to just target one of them. What we're doing with this product is we're targeting 6 of the most key theories and mechanisms behind why we age. It's a very comprehensive, it's a very systemic approach to targeting the aging process to help our bodies do what it was designed to do, which is live young. And the only way we can live young is if we fight against some of these negative side effects that happen with aging. So these are the mechanisms. Obviously, they require healthy gene expression, and by doing that, they're providing find these system-wide benefits. So number 2, let's talk about some of these genetic insights into healthy aging, because that's where it all begins. That's the core of what we do. This gene expression in genetic science, it's all about going to the source of aging. That's what we do at Nu Skin. We're not just about skirting around the outside or the edges of the signs and symptoms of aging, which we find to be a traditional approach. So for example, if you're lacking energy and you're fatigued, what do you go for?
Sugar.
Yeah, a bunch of sugar, a bunch of coffee, a bunch of caffeine, go for your Red Bulls, your Monsters, right? All of these. Banana, that would be a better thing than a bunch of sugar and caffeine. But the bottom line is that's what you find at the gas station or in the store, right? And what happens is this sugar and caffeine, what does it do for you? It gives you a boost of energy, right? But how long does that last? Yeah. Yeah, then you drop. And sometimes you actually drop lower than that baseline of energy that you had. So what happens is you need more and more and more of this same stuff, and there potentially can be negative side effects to having too much sugar, or too much caffeine, or too many stimulants inside of your body. And so instead of just treating some of the signs and symptoms where you go up and down with your energy levels, what we're doing is we're going to the source of aging. We're looking at genes that impact the aging process in various ways to be able to target aging at its source. It's incredible stuff. And a lot of this is thanks to our acquisition of LifeGen Technologies. Nu Skin is a great company. Anyone know what year Nu Skin was founded?
1984.
1984. Anyone know what year Pharmanex was founded? 1994, 10 years later. Nu Skin saw Pharmanex was doing incredible stuff, and they wanted to branch out into the supplement industry. And so Nu Skin innovates, and then when they see other companies that they like what they're doing, we just buy them out. And so we bought Pharmanex, and the same thing happened with LifeGen. We came across this company, and in fact, we originally read one of their papers that was published in 2009 in PLOS ONE, looking at resveratrol and aging and its effects. And what happened is Joe Chang reached out to Richard Weindrich. He sent him an email and said, hey, we're interested in your company and you're anti-aging. We're an anti-aging company too. Let's discuss. That email actually went into Richard Weindrich's junk mail. So he never got it. Joe Chang eventually reached out to him and called him by phone, and the rest is history. We ended up partnering with this company and then acquiring them. And by doing that, we acquired one of the largest genetic databases of its kind. It's something that just doesn't exist. All of these data points of genetic information that we can use to study, understand, and do something about the aging process. Something that no other company can do because we have patents on that process. And how it begins is with these tiny little things that we call gene chips. Have you actually seen a gene chip before?
Yes.
Yeah? So they're pretty cool, and they're actually kind of expensive. Each experiment costs a certain amount of money depending on the type of chip and experiment that you're doing. But in any case, what a gene chip holds is DNA, right? That sequence of DNA. And so what we can do is we can take a sample and we put it on this gene chip, we let it hybridize, and it comes out with this heat map of 20,000+ genes. So with one experiment, it's like taking a picture of gene expression in that moment in time, okay? And so what we do is we compare that with young and old groups to be able to identify out of these 20,000+ genes, what are the ones that are differentially expressed with the aging process. And then from that, what we do is we identify a key group of genes that we would actually want to target or we want to focus on with our product development. And so after that, what we do is we actually have this incredible ingredient library with some of the best, most advanced ingredients in the industry. Things like blueberries and pomegranates. In fact, when you Google healthy ingredients for living well, we've probably studied them. And they're in this library. And so what we do is we have dozens and dozens and dozens of some of the best anti-aging ingredients. And what we do is we pass them through this age-lock filter where we do gene expression testing. And then what we do is we end up screening the ones and putting the ones in our product that have the most positive changes on gene expression. In other words, which are the ones that are resetting gene expression to more youthful levels for the particular aspect of aging that we look at. And so this is a different looking heat map. You might not be used to this before. It's got different colors. Don't be alarmed. It's okay. But this is just an example. We wanted to show you real data of a gene expression pathway that impacts one of these mechanisms. Now we could do the same thing for other mechanisms, but to keep it simple, we just have one. This is looking at the cerebral cortex. Anyone know where that's found in the body?
In the brain.
In the brain, cerebral, good job. This is looking at a pathway, a geo-term gene ontology, and this to me represents the next generation and the next advancement in our gene expression research and technology and understanding, because instead of just looking at individual genes, we're looking at entire pathways, okay? And entire pathways actually give you a better idea or representation of the direction and function of a cell. Say that 10 times fast. But in any case, this is just looking at cytokine production, which impacts this inflammatory balance in the body. And as you can see with aging, you can see upregulation of this entire pathway. And with the same older group, you can see that with the age-log blend, you can see a decrease in gene expression. Does that make sense? So it's opposing the aging process when it comes to this inflammatory balance. It's really, really, really incredible stuff. Just so you know, this is actually a key. This is the relative comparison between old and young, and then at the bottom is the old group that's given the Y span. So yellow actually represents upregulation or an increase in regulation of gene expression, and then the blue is the opposite. Does that make sense?
Yes.
This stuff? It's incredible stuff. This is just data, this is real stuff, real information showing that we're actually changing or impacting gene expression to affect these mechanisms. Okay? So last but not least, this is an incredible, unique blend of ingredients that's almost impossible to get even if you have a healthy or even a perfect diet. So what do I mean by that? These are the three things that I want to talk about. It's really hard to get these ingredients because they come from various regions in the world, and we'll talk about that. Number two, just because of your diets and lifestyles where some of these ingredients are not commonly consumed. And then number three, getting a consistent and the right dose. You might be getting some of these ingredients, but you're probably not getting them in the amounts that are found in Y-span. Okay? So first of all, this is based on our global ingredient blend. So we have different formulations in different parts of the world based on market preferences and regulatory differences. But in any case, you can see that some of these ingredients, they're coming from all over the place. Fish from Alaska, Peru, purple corn. Heard about purple corn before? Yeah, it's known for these incredible anti-aging and health benefits, but it's not commonly consumed. I don't know if you can go down the road to your Walmart and pick up some purple corn there.
No.
Maybe it's a common thing. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's more common in Peru or in some regions of Latin America. And what they do is they actually boil the cobs and they extract out the juice and they create a juice out of it. They call it the chicha morada.
Wow.
See?
Well
Yeah.
done.
Yo hablo un poco de español. I forgot what I was going to say about that. Purple corn. You're just not getting it from your diet. In France, they have what's known as the French paradox, where their diets are generally high in things like saturated fat and cholesterol, but yet they have lower risk of cardiovascular disease. And some of it could be attributed to their fish consumption, to their red wine consumption in moderation. Rosemary, Scandinavia, they eat lots of anchovies. Mediterranean diets, they consume lots of rosemary, tomatoes. It's a good source of lycopene. It's a good antioxidant. Citrus. Citrus stuff is very good for you, but most people just peel off the fruit and eat the inside and the juice, right? The tasty stuff. Most people don't eat the end part of it, the rind or the bitter stuff on the end.
The smells in the rind.
Exactly. What else we got? Japan. The Okinawa, Japan. So that region of Japan is known to have improved bone health and longevity, and it could be attributed to some of the things that they eat. They eat lots of onions. It's a great source of quercetin. Lots of algae. Great source of astaxanthin. The natto bean. Good source of vitamin K2 and some fish as well. But in any case, unless you're traveling all over the world, you're likely not getting all of these ingredients in consistent doses, okay? This is another factor, just your diet and lifestyle. You're likely not getting these ingredients, okay? So I already mentioned these citrus peel bioflavonoids. Very, very incredible, powerful ingredients. They're found in Y-span, and you're really not getting adequate levels of them unless you're consuming the peel of these fruits, you know, from oranges and grapefruits and things like that. And it's not commonly consumed unless you live in the Mediterranean region. Purple corn, like I said, it's just not commonly consumed. And even if you do buy it at the store in certain regions where it is sold, you're not just going to go home and boil it and eat it like regular corn. You're likely only going to make it if you make it into that special drink. And then anchovies. I mean, come on, look at that. Anchovies. Do they look very appetizing? Does anyone eat anchovies?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you guys all eat anchovies. Oh, come on. Well, I don't eat anchovies. But not every day. There you go. You're helping with my point. But the bottom line is not getting a consistent dose. And anchovies is actually the primary source of our fish oil that we use in ageLOC Lifespan because it's a very pure quality source to begin with. And then last but not least, getting the right dose. So these are actual pictures of raw ingredients that are found in ageLOC Lifespan. Anyone know what the orange is?
Shimmer?
That's a good ingredient and good guess, but no.
Saffron?
No.
Oh, it's very included in the ingredient list.
Well, you're probably not going to guess it, so I'll just tell you. This is actually CoQ10, or CoQ10.
Oh, yeah.
Coenzyme Q10. Very good, very powerful anti-aging ingredient.
Brown source. Good for you.
We can talk about that later.
Ow.
Alpha-lipoic acid is this one. It's this whitish, yellowish crystalline powder. And then this one, it begins as a green ingredient, but it's converted to an oil. It's rosemary. It's a good source of carnosic acid. It's a key ingredient that provides some good anti-aging benefits. But the bottom line is that you're getting very, very, very trace amounts of these things like CoQ10 and alpha-lipoic acid from your diets because they're not found very abundantly in foods that you eat. And so the amount that you get in our product is going to be much higher than what's typically found in a healthy diet. And it comes with this technology. Has anyone seen these capsules before? So they look very similar to capsules that you've seen before that you can kind of pull apart and play with or whatnot. But these capsules, they're actually fused or sealed together, and so you can't pull it apart. And what's so great about that is that because it fuses together, it allows us to put these liquid and powdered ingredients in one single product. So we can sell you a product that has these concentrated ingredients in less capsules in less space. So you only have to take 4 capsules a day. Okay, we recommend taking 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. 4 isn't too bad, right?
Did you take more?
So we can talk about that later. But this technology is incredible. It's very convenient, and it still doesn't degrade the quality of the ingredients. We actually tested that. We do accelerated shelf life testing and real life shelf life testing to ensure that even with this fusion process, that it's not degrading the quality, because quality for us is just so important for all these ingredients to make sure that you get the same quality on day 1, or if you get it close to when it expires. This is what I'll close with. In the end, because of these reasons, we do believe that this ageLOC Lifespan product is our most advanced anti-aging product that we've ever launched. We believe that it really fits within our mission of Nu Skin, which is what? It's changing lives, right? Yeah, making a difference in the world. It's through this incredible opportunity that we have. It's through this incredible culture of giving back and serving and making the world a better place. But it's also through these products that I truly believe this product will change many lives here and throughout the entire world where this product is being sold. I've already felt the difference. I already mentioned I've seen a difference in my scan score. If I did mention that, if I didn't, just pretend like I did. My score's gone up 11,000 points.
With life
And
pack?
I'm sorry.
With life pack?
No, with ageLOC Lifespan.
Just with that.
Yes, just with that.
And have you stopped the others? That's what I think she's asking.
Oh, no, I haven't. In fact, that's a good question. Some people might stop, and that's okay. But ageLOC Lifespan and LifePak provide complementary benefits. They should be seen as side by side. Although Lifespan is our most advanced foundational anti-aging product ever that we've launched, it doesn't replace all of the benefits of LifePak. So there still is great value and great need in taking these products together. Okay.
What about R squared? R squared.
R squared?
Yeah.
I would recommend taking Lifespan first, but it doesn't replace all the benefits of R squared as well. So R squared would still be a complementary product for those that need that extra detox and those extra energy benefits.
This is
So,
in addition. In addition to life pack and R squared.
yes, yes.
Can you overdose with supplements?
Okay, well, let me finish. You got all the questions. I haven't closed yet. You gotta let me finish.
They can't wait.
So, in closing, I really believe that this product is going to change lives. I do believe that. It's not cliche. I've already heard some fantastic testimonials from people throughout the world of taking this product. People that feel like their heart is healthier, their brain is healthier, and everyone's experience has been just a little bit different. And that's okay, because nutrients might work in the body where you need it most. And that's a great, wonderful thing. One thing I do want to say is that a lot of work and effort has gone into this product. Many, many years of R&D, literally blood, sweat, and tears in creating this incredible, innovative product. We hope that all of you buy it so that we can make lots of money. Actually, that's our vision, right? It's paying you all of the money, and if there's anything left over, we pay the scientists. So make sure that you do buy it so that I have a job. But we really work a lot. We put a lot of work into this product. We hope that you enjoy it, that it does change your lives, and that it impacts lives of so many other people. So thank you.